drive or you can?
No, I got it.
Turn.
I look hot.
Now YouTube, today's topic, I want to talk about my daughter. She is a senior in college. She is going to graduate in about 4 months. If you fast forward 4 months, in May of 2020, she's going to graduate with her bachelor's degree. She's 22 years old. That is what you call traditional. That's not the way I was brought up, so I don't come from traditional. But I want to share some good news specifically about the post 9/11 GI Bill. If you are in the military, if you have that benefit, and I'll give you some very specifics about this. I joined the Air Force. They had the GI Bill. After 2001, 9/11, the military came up with the post 9/11 GI Bill. And one of the perks about this beautiful program, an incredible program, is that you had the opportunity to transfer it to your dependents if you wanted to. And it came with the agreement that you would have to give them at least 4 more years, which I did this maybe at the 11-year mark in my career. I transferred it to my son, my daughter, my wife. And I can switch 36 months of post 9/11 GI Bill accordingly if I wanted to. So what I did is I did Air Force ROTC and I used a few months. My son used a few months. In the end, my daughter had everything that was left over, which was 21 months of post 9/11 GI Bill. I'm going to give you examples as far as numbers in just one moment. 21 months translates to 2 full years, freshman and sophomore, and 3 months into her junior year. Now, the big deal is that this post 9/11 GI Bill benefit comes with a housing allowance. For us, I'm going to use the number of $1,550 tax-free every month that she's in school full-time. So the key is full-time. My daughter went off to college in August of 2016, right after high school, and I said, this is your job. You have a golden opportunity. She lives about 2.5 hours from us. She's away, and that's what you call traditional. And that's not where I came from, like I said earlier. So that was her job. I made it clear, meaning when I say this is your job, you have to pass your classes, you have to be there full-time. We're there to have some fun, but that's not the primary focus. It's to get your education so you can graduate at 22. For the record, I got my bachelor's degree when I was 29. So as I said, I don't come from tradition. I went from A to B to C to D to E to F to G and so forth, and I finally completed my degree. Let me share with you numbers. The cost of a 4-year university, in my example, is $90,818.56. So as a full-time student in Colorado, for my daughter's example, the tuition per year, which is winter and fall, or spring and fall, 2 semesters, not summer school, per year is $14,319.34. That's for the tuition, full-time student. Her dormitory for her first year, which included food, and her rent for her last 3 years is right around $700 and change per month. So per year, that is $8,385.20. So for 1 year, it is right around $22,000 and some change. So let me give you an example. Tuition for 4 years at her school, $57,277.36. Lodging, which is her apartment or her dorm, $33,540.80. Combined, that's how I get the number $90,818.56. That's a lot of money. And here's the best news. When my daughter graduates in May, she will not owe anything to anybody as far as a student loan. We've never taken out a student loan because of this program. Here's what I did. Because I knew she was going to have 21 months, if her rent was $700 per month and $1,550 came in for her housing, I would pay off her rent, which I still do right now, and any money left over, I was building into a separate account, into my account, because I'm the one that pays the bills for her, So when she used up or exhausted all of her benefits, I started to use the money that I had built up. In the end, out of the $90,818.56, my wife and I came out of pocket approximately $8,000. That means that the post 9/11 GI Bill paid $82,818.56. Talk about a huge benefit, which is why I'm excited to share this information. Hopefully this clarifies. When people contact me and say, should I go active duty, guard, or reserve? My response is usually explore all of your options and do what's best for yourself, with the addition that if you are not doing anything in your life that's exciting and you want a 4-year commitment or 6-year commitment, why don't you consider active duty 4 years or 6? I like the idea of 4. Just in case you don't like it, you do your time honorably, you do your service, and then you head in a different direction, and you get all of the post 9/11 GI Bill. As a reserve or guard member, if you join, you'll get a percentage of the post 9/11 GI Bill, and it's not going to be 100% immediately. You could build up to it, but it's going to take time, and those details, I don't know. So you have to explore all of your options. Also remember, if you join the Guard, Reserve, or active duty, you will have tuition assistance of $4,500 per year. Free money for school. The caveat is you have to pass with a C or better, or you're going to owe the government money, which is not what I recommend. So if you have to pause school until you're ready, do school when you are ready. Keep in mind that your first year in the military, regardless of what branch, most likely you're going to be learning how to do your job. You'll be in training, and you won't be allowed to go to school right around maybe your first year. But after that, you can go to night school. I came in with about 1.5 years of college, and I finished all of my education paid for by the Air Force at night, which is why I had the post 9/11 GI Bill. Always explore all options, ask questions. Post 9/11 GI Bill, what an incredible benefit. Take care. Go ahead.
Start it off.
I don't know how to start it up.
I said I'm proud to be a CSU Ram. I said I'm proud to be a CSU Ram. I said I'm proud to be a CSU Ram.
I said I'm proud to be
a CSU Ram.